You might be wondering why there's a 3D printer and a robot arm sitting on my desk. We'll get back to that. We just hit 1,000 subscribers. I don't say this often enough, but thank you. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed and everybody who's watched, engaged, commented or liked any of the videos I've posted here. I honestly never thought there'd be this many people who wanted to sit and watch me just prattle on about stuff. When I decided to start making videos for this channel, I really didn't know what I wanted to do or where things were gonna go, but it gave me an excuse to keep using all the gear that I'd accumulated over the years so I wouldn't have to get rid of it. And as far as that goes, it's done its job just great, but a lot's changed since then. I've been at DIY photography for a little over 2.5 years now, and I've also become an ASUS brand ambassador. Both of these things have presented some really cool opportunities. I've made videos about some of those in the past, and I'll be making more videos about new ones that come up in the future. I've still got a long way to go though. I need to start posting more regularly for a start. There's a lot of videos that I want to make, and I have a list of at least 100 that I do plan to make one day. The problem is I've just not really had the time to make them the way I want to make them. I want to kind of broaden the topics that the channel covers a little bit too. I mean, yes, it's always going to have that core of photography and video, but like with the 3D printing, it's something I've been getting into this year, and it's why they're currently sitting on my desk right now. I don't want it to become a 3D printing channel though, but what I do want to do is show how things like 3D printing, electronics, motion control, and other things can help me with my photography and video. So this one is the Dobot Magician robot arm, and I got this at the beginning of the year. And it's been really good, but robot arms aren't really designed for 3D printing. It's kind of sort of an afterthought, but it's a very reliable system as long as you can work within its limitations. A few months ago, I ended up getting this one, and it was dirt cheap. It was less than 100 quid. I picked it up on eBay, and it's basically just been sitting as a pile of components in the box next to my desk for the last 6 or 7 months. Just waiting for me to build it. But as you can see, I did finally build it up, and I actually live streamed it a couple of weeks ago. Do you guys want to see more live streams? Let me know in the comments below. There's going to be a whole other video coming out on this printer and the headaches that it's caused me and how I'm going to solve them, so I'm not going to go too much into it now, except to say that it definitely needs some work. But I also want to start doing some videos on the fundamental basic principles of photography. I get questions almost every single day on Facebook, and I have conversations with people, and they're all the same questions and the same conversations. And it's a lot easier if I have a video here on the channel that I can point them to that will answer those questions that I know they're going to ask. But today I want to print something to celebrate hitting 1,000 subscribers, so I'm going to try and use what works on this one to improve this one. So we'll arrange that there, put this in here. This is what's called a Bowden tube, and this feeds the filament into the hot end. So this is the stand that comes with the Magician, and we're going to swap this filament over to something else because there isn't a lot left and it's the wrong color. This is the filament that I had been using with this printer until it died on me. So this end of the tube goes in there, the other end goes on here. Here we have the power. And somewhere we have a USB cable. So while this is pretty good as a 3D printer, there are some big issues with it. The biggest being this, the heated bed. This doesn't have one, so it means that there's certain materials that it can't print. The 3 most common types of filament with 3D printers are PLA that we've got here, ABS, and PETG. ABS and PETG are pretty much impossible to print with this, mostly because of that heated bed, but also because this just simply doesn't get hot enough. But small pieces in PLA are just fine, and PLA is what I've got loaded in here right now. But PLA with this still isn't quite perfect without the heated bed. Because of the way the plastic cools, you'll often find that you get corners curling up. So what's supposed to be a flat surface is no longer flat. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the heated bed on this, which is pretty much the only part of this that works right now, as a printing platform for this. This is not going well. I'm going to level this as best we can. Okay, I think we're all set. We're gonna try and load this STL and see what happens, because this could go really, really badly. Control, temperature, bed, 60 degrees. Printer stopped due to errors. It's... God knows what it's doing. Right, let's try this again. Oh no, that's not working. That is totally not working. Whoa, what are you doing? Kill print, kill print. I was hoping it would be able to print at a different elevation, but apparently not, so I'm going to have to raise this up. This is the jankiest setup ever. Oh, this is not my day. Stupidest thing ever. But it's working! Alright, so I've no idea how long this is going to take. It estimates 20 hours, 25 minutes, but it's gone down an hour and 20 minutes in the last 20 minutes. So maybe it'll be done by the time I wake up. I'll see you in a bit. The software estimated around 22 hours, but fortunately it wasn't that long. It ended up being about 7. But I can't believe it actually seems to have worked. There's some slight lifting on one of the corners, but I think I just didn't clean the bed properly in that area. Mostly it looks awesome, so let's peel it off. Wow, that's awesome! 1,000 subscribers! Right, let's get this crap out of the way. So what does this mean for the future of the channel now that we've hit 1,000 subscribers? Well, we're still going to be sticking to the core of photography. We're still going to have some behind the scenes stuff on shoots, how-tos and gear thoughts and reviews and that kind of thing, but there's going to be a little bit more of this. But I don't want to become a 3D printing channel. It's going to be all about how 3D printing helps with photography and video related problems, because that's why I got into it, to help me solve some of my own problems, like motorizing camera sliders and motion control. Following on from that, that means there's going to be a little bit about electronics and programming as well, but like I said, all in sort of the name of photography. Also, like I said earlier, I've had a lot of people asking me questions on some of the basic fundamental principles of photography, and it'd be a lot easier if I had some videos I could point them to instead of having to type out the same answers, you know, a dozen times a week. So I'm going to be doing a series covering a lot of the basic fundamental principles of photography. It's going to be kind of step by step building up as we go along, rather than one big sort of here's everything you ever needed to know about photography, knock yourself out. Because there's a lot of videos like that on the internet already, but a lot of them assume a certain amount of knowledge that often just isn't there. So I want to try and create something that I can build up on each new video that comes out and give you guys time to go practice it before the next one comes out. I still can't believe this worked. I thought this was going to fail miserably like halfway through the print, if it even got that far, but it didn't. But you tell me, what do you want to see on the channel? Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I've got a list of about 100 videos long that I want to make. The problem is scheduling, the weather, the amount of time it takes to actually go out and do these, because pretty much all of them require that I go out on location, and I want to start doing more videos here. This is why I set this space up to film in. The next video though is going to be about this. All the people who were watching the live stream have got in touch with me to find out how I'm getting on with it, and it's got quite a few problems that I'm going to solve. I've had a lot of replacement and upgrade parts coming in over the last couple of weeks, and they're all here now. So I need to get this sorted. I see a lot of people buying this printer on eBay and Amazon and having all kinds of problems with it, including a lot of the problems that I've been having. So hopefully it'll help some of you get through those problems and figure out how to solve them. Because I mean, you can't really expect much for a 3D printer that costs less than £100. But with a little bit of work, you can get some amazing prints out of these things. And I know you can because I've seen other people do it. So that's where I want to be at. It probably would have been less hassle if I'd just gotten a decent printer, but where's the fun in that? You don't learn anything from a printer that you just plug in and it works. But that's it for this video. 1,000 thank yous to everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's watched, commented or liked any of the videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.